Hey, what's going on everyone? AMR back with another rebuild. So in this one, I think I'm going to be targeting the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be a rather difficult rebuild. So as you can see, they are a 75 overall, a 76 on defense, and a 75 on offense. I am going to go ahead and try and trade away Calvin Ridley to make this somewhat realistic. I mean, again, it's if money didn't matter. So if you haven't seen the other rebuilds, I'll go ahead and leave a link to one right here. But all that being said, I think that Calvin Ridley is a super talent. He did tweet out the other day, like, the football emoji is life. So I think that we are going to be entering an era here where we get to see Calvin Ridley play football again. I'm super excited for that. I think that he is one of the better receivers in the league. And, I think it was very good of the Atlanta Falcons program to give him the time he needed away. But yeah, so in this series, I think I'm going to try and capitalize on his value. I'm also going to try and I'm going to do my best to try and keep Matt Ryan, because as you can see in a lot of these rebuilds, I try to get the most value out of a team. Sometimes that means trading away some of their super talents. I don't think Matt Ryan is a super talent in regards to how Madden values him as of right now anyways. But all things being considered, it would save me a ton of money if I don't have to go out and try and acquire a quarterback. So let's go ahead and take a look at the roster really quick and see what we have to work with. Okay, so here on offense, we have 3 star dev players with Hennessy, who is a 67 overall. Not exactly what you want to see. You do have Kyle Pitts with hidden development sitting here at our tight end position. Now, that kind of leaves us in a good position because I don't really target the tight end a ton. Again, a lot of this is going to be simulated, so it's not really going to matter what I choose, honestly. But that being said, I will try and probably trade away Hayden Hurst or Kyle Pitts, or both, in my opinion. But yeah, we have some huge upgrades that we need to make on the offensive line in regards to probably going out and getting a better center. He's probably just young, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's 23. He's got star dev. Definitely a real life strong acquisition for the Atlanta Falcons. I think that he will get better with time, but for a one and done season like what I'm trying to accomplish here, doesn't really make sense to try and keep Hennessy. Looking over at our running backs, oh my gosh, dude. Mike Davis, I'm not even sure Mike Davis was good when Mike Davis was good. He has bounced around from team to team, and he's had like breakout games, don't get me wrong, but I think he's like, what, 28? Yeah, 28, normal dev, 81 overall. He's done. I mean, move on. I think that Wayne Gallman was a very good backup to Saquon when Saquon went down. They have Cordell Patterson, who's again past his prime, but very fast. And then I don't even know who this guy is, but his 39 overall should tell you that it doesn't really matter. Looks like he's a fullback, so yeah. Looking over here at Calvin Ridley with the superstar dev, 88 overall. You have Russell Gage at a 75 overall and star dev, and then Tajay Sharp. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. I think it's Zacchaeus? I don't know. I've seen how he had a couple of big games in real life, but I don't think that's really going to translate to a Madden rebuild. My God, this defense is putrid. This is going to be a really hard overall. And I mean, ultimately, this is why there is 75 overall to begin with here. You do have a super talent in Jones being here at middle linebacker 1. And you also do have the superstar dev here at the right end of Jarrett. And then it looks like they have Davidson at a 69 overall, but he's got star dev. I think I could trade him. I mean, again, 69 overall. He's not going to be much value to us in a one and done season. Same thing with Olaquan. I don't know. And you got AJ Terrell over here. I think that he's actually pretty good, but again, we could probably trade up. Again, I'm going to keep beating a dead horse here. The goal is to win a Super Bowl in 1 year and maximize the absolute most out of this team. Popping over here to our free agency, we do have Richard Sherman as the highest overall talent. I think that's all I need to see. So I am just going to go ahead and go back and start up on the rebuild. Now, really quick before we start making our first trade here, I wanted to go ahead and showcase what type of trade value we have at the draft pick position. So we have a 15th overall. We have a pair of second rounds, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, Next year we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 7. So that is what I have to work with here. I think our biggest target is going to be beefing up that secondary and then just trying to maximize on some players where we have more depth. Like I know the tight end position we have some depth, as well as our right edge. I don't think that we need to hold on to a Davidson who's like, I think I want to say 69 overall, but he's got star development. There could be teams around the league that could really want that. The same thing with our center. Our center has star dev, but I think he's a 67 overall, so got a lot of work to do. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we were able to trade away Hayden Hurst and Alulukun and a 3rd round 79th overall for James Robinson. I think that is a significant upgrade at the running back position. I think that he is a super talent and welcome to the team. Oh, straight up, we were able to acquire AJ Dillon, star dev, 76 overall. I think he's 23 years old for the 28 normal dev, 81 overall of Mike Davis. I think at the end of the day, having a bruiser back like that is going to help this team excel, especially when they get down to the goal line. Having the 1-2 combination of James Robinson and AJ Dillon, at the very worst, I mean, we do have AJ Dillon now for draft bait. So let's go ahead and continue down this franchise. All right, so we were able to acquire Jamal Adams, strong safety from Seattle, who is a superstar X Factor, 91 overall in the secondary. I think he's 91 overall with morale. For a 1st round draft pick, I think that's 2023. Yeah, so next year, 2023 1st round draft pick, a 2nd round draft pick this year, and a 2nd round draft pick next year. So we're just kind of cleaning house on our draft picks for right now. Didn't really miss out on too much there. Now that being said, if we do consider trading Adams for like a 2-for-1, we do need to consider what we gave up in return for him as well. All right, so we were able to do a blockbuster trade where we're giving away our 1st round draft pick and our 4th round draft pick, plus AJ Terrell as our corner, and then we are receiving Khalil Mack, 96 superstar X Factor. Yeah, really good trade acquisition. I think that that's going to benefit our team long term. Now we have 2 superstar X Factors on our defense. I'm thinking that the defense is starting to take shape a little bit, but then again, you know, do we really need 2 of them? I don't know. Let's just go ahead and figure out what's going on. Okay, so we were able to trade away AJ Dillon and Wayne Gallman for Ryan Jensen. I think that is a tremendous upgrade at our center. 89 overall. Welcome to the team, Ryan Jensen. Our offensive line's actually starting to take a better shape now. Finally. Oh my God, it's been probably a good 15-20 minutes here trying to get this trade to work. I was like millimeters away from getting this thing finalized. But finally, we're able to trade away Khalil Mack, Calvin Ridley, and a 3rd round next year for Teron Armstead, Cam Jordan, and Demario Davis on defense. So Armstead is a superstar, 95 overall, huge acquisition. Cam Jordan is a 93 overall and a superstar X Factor. Demario Davis is a superstar, 91 overall. All right, so we were able to trade away Jamal Adams and a 5th round draft pick this year for Darius Slay, Laney Johnson, and Brooks. I think that that is a very good trade in our eyes. We're trading 190 overall for 2 88 overalls and a 92 overall. I believe that Darius Slay and Laney Johnson and Brooks are all superstar development. We are giving up a superstar X Factor, but in the grand scheme of things, we need the dispersion a little bit more. Distribution. Okay, so we were able to trade away Cam Jordan. Kind of sucks to see him go. I was really excited to see how he'd perform. He's a 93 overall, superstar X Factor, but in return, we are getting JJ Watt, superstar X Factor, and 1 overall higher. We're also getting in Sheldon Richardson as a D tackle who is star development. We're giving away a 2nd round draft pick. Don't really like to see that too much, but again, this is all about getting that distribution across our entire defense, and we're not even losing out. We're actually gaining more talent on our defense with this trade. Wow. Okay, so I was not expecting that. I don't even think I was even ready for this to be an accepted trade. We were able to trade our backup left tackle of Matthews, who on the start of the series, both of Lindstrom and Matthews are both starters. However, we've went ahead and gotten some superstar talent there. So 81 overall, Matthews, star dev. Lindstrom, 79 overall, star dev. We're able to go out and acquire Jackson the third, 86 overall, star dev, and 79 overall, Landon Collins as our strong safety, who is also a star dev. Very excited about that trade. So I've went ahead and made quite a few trades here. Let's go ahead and look at our lineup as of right now. I do still need to definitely beef up our offense. That being said, maybe not as much as I thought, but it's kind of misleading. Like, Russell Gage here is 75 overall, star dev. He's not the future of this league, or of this team. We can definitely package up a Hennessy and a Gossett. And then our defense has come an extremely long way. I think that we can try and get rid of Davidson. It's been really hard, I'm not gonna lie. I've been throwing just shit at the wall trying to get this trade to go through. Nothing seems to want to come to fruition. Don't understand why. It's kind of frustrating. But I think our main focus has to be our left and our right outside linebackers. Maybe that means that we take a step back and we exchange a JJ Watt for a right and left outside linebacker potential, and then try and get maybe not a downgrade at his position, but maybe just a superstar. Shut up. We were just able to trade away JJ Watt, 94 overall superstar X Factor, for 87 overall superstar dev Brian Burns, DJ Moore, 84 overall superstar dev, and 97 overall superstar X Factor running back Christian McCaffrey. For sure, never gonna happen in real life. Unreal trade. Bam! Ascaria? Good. We were able to just trade away James Robinson, 86 overall. He's not even gonna be our premier down back anyway, because we just got superstar X Factor Christian McCaffrey. So we went ahead and got a star dev 84 overall corner, star dev 83 overall corner, star dev 83 overall free safety. Yep, there we go. We're able to trade away 97 overall superstar X Factor Christian McCaffrey for the Yeti, 96 overall superstar X Factor Derrick Henry, and a pair of star devs on our right and left outside linebackers. That is a huge addition to our defense. I'm pretty sure everyone except for our free safety, I want to say, is everyone on the team is a star or better on defense. I'm really excited about that. We didn't really even lose out on anything at the running back position by just going with this. No shot this goes through in real life. We were just able to get rid of Matt Ryan, 85 overall. That sucks. But we were able to get Kirk Cousins, another very high percentage quarterback as far as completion goes, and Justin Jefferson. And so now we have DJ Moore, Justin Jefferson, we have Derrick Henry in the backfield, Kirk Cousins. We have a completely like stacked offensive line, and our defense looks superb. Like, let's just go ahead and take a moment to stop, check out our team, and see where we are. Let's go! We were able to trade Kirk Cousins and Desmond King for Justin Herbert and Mike Williams. I am stoked. Our team is fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and take another look here at our team. I think this is gonna be final look, if I'm being quite honest with you. It's getting pretty hard to move players around. Let's go! We were able to trade away Russell Gage, not a huge deal. We do have Justin Jefferson, Mike Williams, and DJ Moore, not a big deal there. Davidson, never gonna play. Josh Rosen, keeping the bench nice and warm. So it doesn't really matter. We're able to go out and get that star dev, 82 overall left guard. Our entire offensive line is star or better, and this team is going to have a real nice ride into victory. Sorry for all the bouncing back and forth, but I mean, realistically, we're trying to build a super squad here, and I think that we've gotten pretty darn close to doing so. Look at these averages right here. Oh my God. This is incredible given where we were starting at. We have Justin Herbert, star dev, Derrick Henry, superstar X Factor, Justin Jefferson, superstar, DJ Moore, superstar, Mike Williams, star, superstar, star, superstar, hidden dev, which means the star or better. I'm losing my mind right now. Going ahead and going over to our defensive side of the ball, very similar story, except we have no superstar X factors. Now, that being said, I think by the end of the season, we are going to see some guys get jumped up into maybe superstar rules and even maybe one superstar X factor. I'm not really sure. Let's go ahead and jump over to our specialists really quick. So looking at our specialists, this needs some work. Let's go ahead and bump up Brian Burns to our rushing left edge, put up Roby into our role over here, Brian Burns over here. We have D Jones, not really sure what the hell that means. We have our power halfback. I have injuries turned off. I have fatigue turned off. I don't care. Derrick Henry, third down back. Mike Williams, put him in. I don't know if slot would be a good position for him. Honestly, I would have thought maybe putting DJ Moore there might have been better. I can probably adjust that in the depth chart itself. So if you've caught the last rebuild, which I'll have to a link to it right here, I forgot to adjust the franchise schemes before I did the season. So we actually simulated the halfway point, and then it made the video for a really long video because I had to jump in a lot more than what I would have liked. Let's go ahead and jump over to our team schemes really quick to adjust those. Yeah, I think that we're gonna go ahead and run with this as our team scheme fits. We have a vertical power run, a base 3-4. We're using the Chargers offense with the Green Bay defense. Okay, so if you made it to this point, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. I do a ton of work. I'm currently 2 hours into recording this video. I do a lot of work to make these rebuilds happen, and I truly do appreciate you viewing the content and supporting me to this point. With all that being said, please leave a comment down below with how you think I'm doing and some things that I could be doing better to make these rebuilds more enjoyable and, just overall creating that culture on the channel where I'm creating videos that are going to be received well by my viewers. I care about what you guys think. And so with that in mind, let's go ahead and continue on with the video, but I just wanted to go ahead and call that out really quick. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and simulate to the mid-season point. Before I do that, however, I do want to take a quick sneak peek look at our schedule, make a quick prediction, and then see if we can go ahead and get to that. Looking ahead at our schedules, so we have the Philadelphia Eagles, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Giants football team, and the Jets. I mean, outside of the Buccaneers, this is looking like a 4-1, maybe a 5-0 start to the season. With the Dolphins on the back half, Panthers, Saints, Cowboys, Patriots, Jaguars. This could be a banger of a team. So let's go ahead and simulate to the halfway point. If we're going to be simulating, and halfway point means week 6 in this case, we're going to the bye week. Let's put it this way. At 7 weeks through the season, I'm projecting that our team is 6-1. Anything less, in my eyes, is a failure to this team. So welcome back. As projected, we are sitting at a pretty 5-1. I am very proud of this team. I think that we have a chance to win the division. If you look in the bottom middle, you can see that the Atlanta Falcons are currently, which is our team, 5-1. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right on our tail with a 4-3 record, and then the rest of the league there at the bottom. I mean, I've seen stranger things in Madden where those teams kind of flip it on its head. Seeing Carolina have a 2-5 overall team is kind of crazy in simulation. Now, that being said, I did kind of screw them over by getting a trade that we got Christian McCaffrey on our team, and then we threw him away to upgrade to a Derrick Henry. So it's uncertain whether or not that a lot of this success was the DJ Moore plus Christian McCaffrey combination, but regardless, I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and simulate to, we're currently at week 10, our week 8. Let's go ahead and simulate to week 13 and see where we're at. We can take a sneak peek at the playoff picture and go from there. All right, so we are currently on week 13 right now at a record of 8-3. I'm probably gonna go ahead and play offense only, maybe even simulate a little bit through this game. This is a divisional game, and I feel like a win here will secure our division for us. Let's go ahead and look at our schedule thus far and just kind of see how we've been competing. I think that the scheme fit is working. We're currently 8-3, but I just want to make sure that it's not just like a talent-based thing. So winning by a touchdown, winning by a field goal, kind of decimating the Giants and the football team. Winning by another field goal, winning by 2 field goal or two scores, 2 scores, 1 score, 2 score. I mean, losing by 2 scores. I'm curious to see what would happen in that game in particular. And then we also lost in this game by, it looks like 2 field goals. Again, not really sure. Jaguars wasn't much of a competition there. Let's go ahead and jump into this Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, and we will go from there. Quick look at the playoff picture before we go ahead and jump in. I know my face cam is kind of covering right now the bottom left half of the screen. I can tell you right now that the bottom 2 are the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs over there on the left side. So going from the top down left all the way to the right. So on the top left, we have the Cleveland Browns being a number 2 seed. That's interesting, going off against the Bills in the first round. Titans and Ravens would be a very good matchup if the rosters were the same. They're not, because I screwed that up quite a bit. The Patriots and the Chiefs, and then you have a first round bye by the Vegas Raiders. That is interesting to me. On the right-hand side, we have a first-round bye by the Minnesota Vikings without Justin Jefferson and without Kirk Cousins. Now, I do think that they ended up getting Matt Ryan in that exchange, so it would be interesting to see what that team does currently look like. Now, going from the top down over here on the right-hand side, we have the Washington football team facing off against the Packers. 49ers, Cowboys. I wonder why that sounds so familiar. You guys know? And then you have us going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think with the win this week, we could potentially knock them down a few steps on that pedestal that they've been sitting on. And we could probably end up being the only team from this division making the playoffs. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and jump right on into some gameplay. All right, so they go ahead, they march down the field, and they kicked a field goal on their opening drive. Let's just go ahead and run a quick counter really quick. Counters are kind of OP in Madden if you didn't know. But I just am curious to see what Derrick Henry looks like as a 99 overall in the backfield. With such a talented offensive line, I mean, this would be a lethal combination if it actually existed in today's world. What? Shut up with that, boy. There's no way. I had a tight window. I'll be honest. I had a very tight window right there. But Levante David, get out of here, Peckerwood, with that shit. Oof. Looking dirty. Derrick Henry looking like a 99 overall, I'll be honest. I ain't seen that type of movement before. Give me that. Kyle Pitts getting on the outside. He goes 5, 4, 5. Touchdown! Let's go! Kyle Pitts, get off me! Hidden Dev! Shit! Let's go ahead and run another slant because I like to throw picks apparently. No, I'm gonna put Kyle Pitts on a slant across the middle. Put Justin Jefferson on the outside. Graham's going straight across the middle there. Kyle Pitts is wide open. Oh! Shut up! All right, that play's cursed. That play's cursed. Don't run that. Don't do that. Don't like that. Derrick Henry is gassed right now. He needs a breather. This is our daddy play, is what we like to call it. All right, so Kyle Pitts could be open. I'm not used to having a talented tight end on the outside, but look at Justin Jefferson! Not about like ruining this team's entire image in one single sitting. Doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. Younghoe Koo. I have such a living hatred for Younghoe Koo. I drafted this guy to be like my fantasy kicker on my fantasy team, obviously, and dude did not do anything, dude. Oh my god, it was such a disappointment. I was very frustrated with him. Why would you not come back to the football? That's not a football decision right there. What are you doing? Got a decision to make here. How far away is this kick? It's a 55-yard field goal. I believe in Younghoe Koo. No way he hurts me twice in a lifetime. Let's go! This is a really good time to mention I have a series out right now on the channel that is the DooDoo Brown series. It is going to be a multi-season redraft, full fantasy redraft that is going to be covering the Cleveland Browns. I mean, the teams are very, very different than what they are in real life. Like, for instance, my quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, it is a very fun series. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be doing drafts. It's nothing like these rebuilds. So if you're looking for something with a little bit more of a intimate feel to how a Madden series should go, I strongly recommend you going to check that out, because I mean, I'm putting a lot of work into that and it is really fun. I think that it's being translated into really good content. So feel free to give it a good look. If not, no harm. Very good catch. Man, dude, Kyle Pitts is a premier talent in this league. He is so goddamn good. Derrick Henry with another 5-7 yard gainer. His stamina could use some work. I don't think that he has the best. He's at 99 overall though. So far, my first impression is a little disappointed in this team. I would have thought that the team could have been doing slightly more. What? Aren't we in an effing dome? How is there wind? Turn the AC off! This is either gonna go very well or very bad. I have honestly no idea. Okay, I'm gonna go with very, very good. Like a little mesh route here. See if I can get a nice little sit down route by Smith. Kyle Pitts. I'm just gonna put Pitts on a straight vertical. There we go. Glad I did. Glad I did, because that linebacker, once he got even, he was leaving. Derrick Henry just does not have that burst that a Christian McCaffrey might have been able to bring to this team. I mean, I'm getting nitpicky. Let's be honest here. Timing route. He timed it. I routed it. I'm thinking that they're going to try and target Rob Gronkowski here. Just fall on it! Are you kidding, dude? Maybe better. Maybe better that we didn't. Like, what the hell? I might air it out. Get off me, boy. Kyle Pitts. And to think that we were potentially going to trade this guy away has been the biggest playmaker in this game. 7-mile-an-hour wind in the dome. Jefferson might get open here on the outside. He does. Oh, give me the PI, baby. All day. I'm doing fine. No chance! There's no way, no way! This guy is a vampire. He just came up from the grave, jumped up 10 feet into the air, and picked this football. What? Pay him! Bud Dupree's gonna back off. I'm gonna run his coverage. He's got Gronk, I think, running with him. Oh, look at the pick. It's a 6 if he gets up. So slow. Come on. Come on, up, down. Let's go. Got 10 seconds left. They're gonna try and go ahead and get into the playoff here, but I'm not sure if it's gonna do anything or amount to much. Incomplete. 8 seconds left. They're definitely gonna take a shot to the end zone here and then try an onside kick. Let's see if we have the balls to stop them. Quick recap here. Justin Herbert, 4 picks, 351 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 or 3 of those picks probably don't happen if it's a closer game. I tend to take care of the football a little bit better and don't take deep shots as much as what I normally would. Tom Brady held to 0 touchdowns on the day. Interesting. I believe the only points that Tampa Bay was able to score were on the foot of Ryan Suckup. So that kind of sucks. Kind of disappointed in Derrick Henry, going to be completely honest here. I don't know if it was just a mixture of the fact that, you know, our offensive line wasn't taking as more of an aggressive approach to some of their blocks, but yeah, Justin Jefferson playing up to a 91 overall. Absolutely stellar. Go ahead and get Andrew Norwell up to an 83 overall, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and bypass the rest. Those are actually on an auto progress anyway. Don't think it truly matters. Let's go ahead and simulate to the playoffs. Okay, so the Buccaneers figured out how to take care of the football and take care of business, it seems like, because they were able to sneak into the playoffs and actually win the division. I'm not sure what the head-to-head looks like, but I can't imagine a world where they actually overcome us. George Kittle is a 99 overall. Are you kidding me? I think he'd be like a 97, 96, 99. I mean, that's Travis Kelce. Let's be honest. I don't know about all that, but let's go ahead and just do a super sim over this game. I'll jump in if I have to, but let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. All right, gonna do a run play here. I do like how the corners are kind of playing press coverage, because that will allow us to potentially be able to do some type of a streak over the top. A little foreshadow, if you will. Justin Jefferson. Wow, what a catch, Mike Williams, man. Guy was open pretty much immediately, straight off the line. Derrick Henry, he's got blockers. My God. Getting 16 on the carry right there. Definitely check out of this, but it being second and goal, I do feel pretty good about at least testing this out in the first call. Derrick Henry opening up the game with a scoring drive and then doing a backflip like he is Ozzie Smith. That was an interesting little go around there. So forcing a punt in the first drive. I love to see that from our defense. Our defense, I don't know if you saw it earlier in the video, but wow, they can really fly around the football, and it was super awesome to be able to like finally have a defense in these rebuilds that I can pretty much just solely rely on them doing their thing. I'm gonna put Jefferson on a fade here and possibly check down to Mike Williams. Oh my God, he's wide open. Bullet pass. The separation there was instantaneous. Unbelievable. San Francisco finally able to get some points on the board here. Not the end of the world, like I said. If they continue just to like kick field goals and our defense continues to minimize the amount of output that the offense on the other side of the football is able to get, then this should be a pretty easy win for our team. Had to be a little patient there. Fred Warner is such a super talent in their linebacking core that you kind of have to let him develop. Otherwise, he will definitely try and burn you. Yeah, I'm going to put Kyle Pitts on a streak, get him out, and then see if Justin Jefferson can get open under the flat. He is open. Fantastic. And he just really wasn't there. Derrick Henry, such a monster of a running back. Averaging 5.5 a carry. Mike Williams could be open here. If not, we do have a couple of guys crossing our face. Looks like he's open. I'm going to take a shot. Let's go. Another touchdown, back of the end zone. Perfectly placed football. Mike Williams slow to get up. I think he just headbutted the wall as he dove and caught that. So San Francisco's able to get a touchdown out of that. Not the end of the world. They did end up bleeding quite a bit of time off the clock. So I think it's mostly because the down linebackers have just been flying at him. I'm gonna be honest, I just misclicked right there, so that happens, I guess. Very similar play call here. We got 19 seconds. Mike Williams with probably the most disrespectful catch you've ever seen in your entire life. I'm gonna switch this up into a play action. Mike Williams might be able to get across in the face here. Wow, Mike Williams is just figuring out how to get open down the field. I love to see that, especially with these play actions. Oh my God, we had space. You know, Derrick Henry is more of a bruiser back, so it makes a lot of sense for him to not be like having the fastest acceleration. But I mean, he's a 99 overall. You would think that he would at least be able. Oh, come on. But I was saying that Derrick Henry is such a bruiser back that he doesn't have that acceleration that some of these other backs would have, but he does have that ability where he is always pretty much falling forward unless he gets like a user hit stick against him. Go ahead and have Smith come over and be our extra blocker. Run yet another counter. We're bleeding a lot of time off that clock right now. Derrick Henry, like I said, man, falling forward again. He's on the cusp of a 100-yard rushing game. I thought that was like an offensive or defensive ranking, but apparently not. Tajay Sharp, how are you even on this team? Like DJ Morris getting literally no playing time, and Cordell Patterson with the acceleration up the middle. So we're gonna go ahead and extend our lead already to a 42-20 game recap here. It looks like the two quarterbacks were very similar. I think that the deciding factor, however, was our ability to score in such a fast amount of time. I think we were averaging like 4 or 5 plays per drive, and they were resulting in touchdowns instead of field goals. On top of which, we had Derrick Henry, who had over 130 yards rushing. Yeah, we spread the ball around quite a bit too. I mean, Justin Jefferson over 100 yards, Mike Williams over 100 yards. I mean, it was a really well played game. So we went ahead and jumped in when we had to. We played most of the offense in that game, if I'm not lying. We are an 89 overall on offense, 87 overall on defense, rounding it out to an 88 overall. The San Francisco 49ers definitely did not let us up easy in that game. The score is a little less indicative of how that game felt, if I'm being quite honest. This one, however, should be an absolute steamroll of a game. Our defenses are somewhat comparable. So our defenses are somewhat comparable to one another. That being said, our offenses are vastly different. Let's go ahead and go over to where is Washington's football team? Is it Lancaster, Washington? I want to say Lancaster, Maryland. I don't know. I think it starts like a. I'm pretty sure it starts with LAN. But we're going to head and visit to wherever the Washington football team plays. Now, formerly the Washington football team, and currently being named the Washington Commanders. So I'm excited to see what that new logo looks like. I know that there was a little bit of controversy because they put in the wrong year or whatever. I don't know. Let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. So Washington football team receives the football first. They go ahead and punt the ball back to us, taking roughly about 2-ish minutes off the clock here. As I always do, I try to start off each game with a run, whether it be a counter or straight, like halfback wham, whatever. I just want to see what their defense looks like in comparison to the run. I think our biggest asset on our team is the fact that we have Derrick Henry. So we're just going to try and utilize him as much as we can. Running a nice little play action. Mike Williams, I'm pretty sure he's going to get open here. Watch that crosser route. Don't like it. Saw Cordell Patterson as our little safety net up the gut, and he's able to convert with a nice 11-yard reception. 3 points is good, don't get me wrong, but Justin Herbert converting a first down like that is just so much more appeasing to the eye. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark that back with a Derrick Henry run up the gut. 10-yard gain. He's still not down, apparently. The guy was levitating. He was possessed. Power run. I think that this is going to be a loss of down. Or not a loss of down, but just loss of yards. Derrick Henry falling forward yet again. Let's go ahead and run a little halfback dive. Mix it up a little bit. Get him right in the gut, and it's in for a touchdown. I don't even know who our fullback is at this point. That's how little we play with him. Some of my biggest gains in Madden have all come on the back end of a penalty of some sort. Justin Jefferson wide open. This one is going to be a touchdown. He's got the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Falcons. Yeah, I'm going to put Derrick Henry on a nice little wheel route and see what he can do. I normally don't ever do that, but we got Kyle Pitts wide open. What am I saying? He gets the edge. He's got the 15, 10, 5, Kyle Pitts. Another touchdown. What a reception and run by Kyle Pitts, the rookie tight end, hidden development. We're going to go ahead and pause the video at the end of this and show off everyone's true development traits as they got developed throughout the season. But I think Kyle Pitts is probably a star or better on debt. Well, he's hidden. I'm gonna guess that he's probably a star development player, which kind of sucks because I think that he's a little bit better than the game gives him credit for. We got all kinds of time back here. Let's go ahead and just make sure that we fumble out of bounds. Speaking of which, at the time of recording this, Jordan Davis, what the hell was that? Jordan Davis just ran the 40-yard dash at the combine, and I'll tell you what, that dude was hauling. What an incredible 40-yard dash. Got 4.82 at 340 pounds. Are you kidding me? Cordell Patterson with just too much speed up the gut. I was willing to risk it there. Cordell Patterson in the backfield. He's got all types of acceleration. Yeah. Cordell Patterson yet again. Another catch and run. Another 10-yard gain. This team is cruising right now. Let's go ahead and run weak side here. Get nice blocks. Okay. That guy said, I am not playing football today. We have a very strong offensive line and one of the best, if not the best, running back in the entire NFL. That's why we do what we do. Derrick Henry monsters his way into the end zone yet again. I think that's his second touchdown of the game. Really kind of grinds my gears here, man. Justin Jefferson, I think he's behind enemy lines. He is, and it's a wide open touchdown. He's at the 5. He's in for another touchdown. If you watched any of my series, you know that is the go-to play call right there. It is such a defense buster. God, and they're, like I said, they're just annoyingly staying in this football game. Why is my defense not able to contain? I've never run this play before, so I kind of want to see what happens with Kyle Pitts. He looks like he gets out and about. Not what I wanted to do. What? Dude, okay, so here's what I actually wanted to do on that play. I actually wanted Justin Herbert to get that animation where he starts to run with the football, and then I was pressing X because I wanted him to slide forward. Instead, I never got the animation of, because I was kind of like on that limbo fringe, and he never ended up running with the football. I threw it to X. Yeah, nothing I could do. And X was actually a receiver downfield. I don't know how Justin Jefferson worked back to the football there and got that. Honestly, one of the luckiest things that's ever happened to me in this game. Literally, it is our game to lose right now. Our defense, who is definitely our strong point. User hit stick, knocking him down at the 16. What a start to this drive for us. But like I was saying, it is definitely our game to lose here. Our defense is our strongest point on our team right now. Who's number 14? They actually have Fitzy at quarterback still, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and run another blitz call. I trust our DBs. I trust our DBs so much that I'm willing to blitz on a... I don't trust our DBs anymore. Running a hurry-up offense. Wow. We are in a position where we have to make a decision. Check out moment there where I had to just kind of regain. Running a man blitz here. Probably not the best idea when you are on the 2nd and inches here. Ball kind of like pinballed there for a little bit here. Okay, we got to get someone in the secondary here. Is it okay? Mario Davis on the undercut route. Let's go! Forcing a 4th down conversion here. This is big time. This is where champions are made right here. Can I switch over? No! My user sucks, man. Jefferson is open. Can he get the football? He does, and he falls down. That's fantastic, dude. I don't want to be burning too much of the clock off here. Go ahead and run another play action. Jefferson's open in the back. Can he catch it? He falls down! He's just short. He's just short. Yes. Just like that, Derrick Henry up the gut. Get off me, little boy. Gee, woo, gee, woo. I don't know why I'm not in prevent right now. Maybe I call a timeout really quick. Yes, I do. Running a prevent defense here. I don't think that they can convert this. I'll call it. 4 seconds left. Comes down to this. Can they do anything? Can Fitzy have one more run at the Magic? The ball jumped up in the air right there. Fitzmagic sets a new franchise record of 525 yards passing against a defense with an 89 overall rating. Nice little game recap here. You got Fitzy over there, like I said earlier, 76% completion rating, 525 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, compared to our Justin Herbert, who he himself had a very good game too, but not in the shadow of Fitzpatrick's numbers. He had 402 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 73.5% completion. Derrick Henry, kind of a quiet game. And Justin Jefferson with a monster game of 5 for 264. Mike Williams with 0 receptions coming off of that 100+ yard receiving game as well. So as you might have seen in a couple of seconds ago, we were able to escape narrowly with a 45-41 win over the Washington football team. We are a 91 on offense, 87 on defense, 89 overall. We are 10 ranks higher than our opposition, which will be the Minnesota Vikings in this one. I believe it is going to be a live or regret type of situation, because I think Matt Ryan is their quarterback by our own doing here. Let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. I'm gonna really try and only play offense. That being said, I'm not going to let this team down if it comes down to that. Minnesota kicks off to us. We are playing in US Bank Stadium. One of the main reasons why I know that is because I am from the north, so I actually live probably 30 minutes away from the stadium. And I went to go see the Bears and Vikings play this past January. Wide open across the middle. How does he not catch that? He catches that 100% of the time. If this is a real game, I'm going to go ahead and change up the play type here. I'm going to run a screen. Let's see if we can do it. I don't love the defense that I'm seeing right now, so this could be a little hairy, but let's go ahead and run it anyway. Very good play call. Mike Williams on a stretch across the top. Let's just see what happens. I tried to throw it away. I think I'm just going to put Cordero on an end around on the outside. Yeah, I kind of figured. Patrick Peterson, yeah, right. Ooh! Another pick, man. Another pick by Patrick Peterson. What is going on? Deciding to do with the football here. Very good blocks. Keep rushing forward. Falling forward. Derrick Henry with a 11-yard gain on the play. Just going to keep running it down their throat until they decide to stop him. It's too good. Another 9-yard run up the gut. Like I said, I'm not going to stop. Derrick Henry is a force to be reckoned with up the middle. Falling forward again for another 5-yard gain. Now we go ahead and mix it up here. Maybe we target DJ Moore on this out route. They kind of read that pretty well. He's open on the side. Can he get 2 feet in this time? He can. I think we target Kyle Pitts here in the back of the end zone over on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's see if he can get open. He can't. And I'm sacked. Minnesota with a quick 3 and out. We are now receiving the football here. Not the end of the world, honestly. I don't really see us having too many problems. I'm not a big fan of the shadows that are casted here at US Bank. It is kind of annoying to play through. I can't imagine being a quarterback in this situation. Justin Herbert with a QB draw up the gut. That's an interesting play call. He's able to fight for a 4-yard gain here up the middle. I like the actual aggression there. I'm not gonna lie. Kyle Pitts is probably open, and he is. Go up. Oh, he dropped it. Oh my God, he had it, man. Danielle Hunter has been an absolute monster on that right edge. Halfback dive here, or halfback counter. Definitely kind of like the play call to go for here. I think that the 2-minute warning would have been able to allow him to get his stamina back, and it did. Derrick Henry gets to the secondary lightning fast. Justin Jefferson off the side. DJ Moore timing route. Oh my God, I got really nervous that I think that's Cam Dantzler over there on the side. Could be wrong. Kyle Pitts, can he get to the outside? Get out of bounds. He's able to get out of bounds here. Justin Herbert has 2 picks, no touchdowns, and 98 yards passing only. This has to be his worst showing as of yet. Let's go ahead and put Justin Jefferson on a fade. Let's see if he can go ahead and get open here. DJ Moore's open, instantaneous. Can we get some blocks? Can't get a block by Justin Jefferson, but we do end up getting the first down and then some. We are in the red zone, I believe. If not, we are very, very close to being. Go ahead and see if he can get open. Actually, let's go ahead and put Mike Williams on a stretch as well. See if either one. Mike Williams is open. Can he go up? He makes the catch. What? Let's go. Justin Jefferson is not open. Try and get undercut. Very good blocks. Still weird animation. I'm thinking that this is actually going to work out pretty well in our favor. Very good secondary. Look at that. My goal here is to get 15 yards, put us at a 4th and 5, and then we can make a decision from there. Do we get to the 4th and 5? 4th and 6. All right, we got a decision to make here. Can Younghoe Koo kick this field goal? It doesn't look like he has the leg for this. That's our best shot at making this thing. And he's short by probably 3 yards. How are you an NFL kicker if you can't make a 60-yard field goal? Like, I understand it's deep. You're in a dome, though. You should be able to do it. There's only 30 of you in the entire world. Cordell Patterson, this is an interesting play call, man. Very interesting play call. We're at our 31. We're backed up pretty heavily here. We need 4 yards. Can he get there? It looks like he's got the first down. I'm not really sure who I'm going to be targeting here. That was a very, very risky pass to go for. It ends up working out in our favor, but let's be honest, man, that has definitely not been the case as of always. I think that Danielle Hunter pops Cordell Patterson on this, by the way. Get a trap play. Let's go ahead and seal this game shut. Very close. I'm pretty sure that Cordell Patterson would have blew out both his legs with that type of a jump cut there in the middle of the field. It's kind of going unblocked. Ah! My leg! Right up the gut. Cordell Patterson had blockers, marches his way into the end zone for an easy touchdown. Love to see it. Minnesota marches down the field. They get a touchdown. Another trap play right up the gut. Yet again, we're just going to keep running it up their throat. Derrick Henry. Oh, he puts the ball on the ground! No way! There's no chance. I am in disbelief right now. Game is still alive, but are you kidding me? A 96 overall running back puts the ball on the ground in arguably the biggest situation of his life. Call a quick timeout really quick. I'm freaking sweating right now. Win or go home. He's behind the defense. Can he go? He's at the 5. He's in the touchdown. Let's go. As time expires, Justin Jefferson makes the entire stadium deadly quiet, and the Minnesota Vikings are going home. The Atlanta Falcons are heading off into the Super Bowl. Wow. So if you watched any of that gameplay from the previous game, you would have saw us have to, like, we had to defeat all odds against us, and we were able to defeat the Minnesota Vikings. This is going to be a pretty evenly matched game here. We have the 82 overall on offense, or I'm sorry, the 92 overall on offense for the Cleveland Browns versus our 91. 88 overall on their team, 89 overall on our team. Let's just go ahead and jump into this thing. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and see if we can get ourselves a Super Bowl victory. Starting off the game here, Cleveland Browns get a nice quick 3 and out. If I had to guess, they're gonna be trying to plug us up the gut here. But like I always do, I try to run the ball with the first play. You have Myles Garrett off on the right edge there. Very strong secondary. Derrick Henry. Oh my God, let's go! He could go all the way! Come on! Derrick Henry in for first play of the game for the Atlanta Falcons, and Derrick Henry rips off a 60-yard return for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? Here we go with another trap play up the gut. Derrick Henry saw all kinds of daylight in his last run. Derrick Henry's already up to 91 yards on the game. So I must have been mistaken. That was actually an 80-yard return. Go ahead and switch this up. Let's put DJ Moore on a complete stretch here. DJ Moore's open right away. I missed it. Throw it away, throw it away! I think if Derrick Henry actually was able to play in the Super Bowl, we would see a different type of human being emerge. That dude is elite and electric. Look at him go! He's found a second surge of energy. He's getting up. He's all riled up. It's the Super Bowl, baby. You got all off season to be tired. This is about me and getting a ring. Let's go. They're kind of showing that they might be going for a blitz coverage here. Cordell Patterson fighting forward. Can he get in? He can't get in, but it is very, very close. Let's go ahead and see if we can get in off the right side, and it looks like we will. That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. How are they going to respond to this? It looks like with another big gain. Let's go. 15 yards. Derrick Henry might have 200 yards before half. Now that we've kind of lured in that secondary, let's see if we can get someone open here. Justin Jefferson might have a step, and Justin Herbert throws it outside of his reach. We got Derrick Henry in the backfield yet again, running a nice little motion with Kyle Pitts. Can Derrick Henry get in the secondary? He does again! What a streak of runs that was for Derrick Henry. The guy was playing out of his mind. Cordell Patterson getting into the secondary real fast. He's got electric speed. Don't let him get outside. He's in for the touchdown. Derrick Henry here. I think he could get some daylight. Let's see if he can rip off another long gain. Got some daylight. Oh my God. He got his shins blown out. Oh my God. He's over 200 yards. Oh my God. He's so close to 200 yards. I'm just going to keep running it. I'm just going to keep running it. They're dancing, baby. He's over 200 yards here in the first half. Can he rip off another one? Probably not. His stamina's got to be shot. Get this guy some ice packs for his legs. He's bumping off of people. They're dancing, baby! Now, we're going to be targeting DJ Moore here, who is going to be the A route, but we do have Justin Jefferson on the top of the screen running a streak. Oh my God, what an attempt from DJ Moore right there. He almost came down with one of the most spectacular Super Bowl catches you would have ever seen. They can go ahead and run that defense up as much as they want. Derrick Henry is running downhill right now. Derrick Henry seems to be working in our favor almost. Oh, it was so close. We have just over a minute here left in the third quarter. I'm thinking that our team has this in the bag. I'm going to switch this out into a slant route. I'm going to be targeting Justin Jefferson here. Get this boy some grub. What a catch! That dude single-handedly led his team into the Super Bowl, so it's really nice to see him play phenomenally. He's falling forward into the end zone for a touchdown. Third touchdown of the game for Cordell Patterson. He's got 27 attempts for 271 yards rushing. This guy is a freaking monster, averaging 10 a carry for Derrick Henry. Could you even try and fathom how hard that would be in real life to do? So we got nice numbers here in the box. I'm going to put Kyle Pitts on a streak, see if he can get open. I haven't really had to utilize him too much. He looks to be open to me, and he is open for the first down. We are knocking on the doorstep of yet another touchdown here with a 31-13 lead against the Cleveland Browns in this first Super Bowl. Cordell Patterson is kind of like the vulture back right now. He is just coming in. He's almost got 100 yards on the ground, so I can't really call him a vulture because he's working too. But got 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry's almost got 300 yards rushing, so yeah. Let's run a little screensy. Let's go. Here we go. Everyone's rushing. This is going to be a touchdown. 4th touchdown of the game for Cordell Patterson. Here we go. We have a nice little counter play set up for Derrick Henry himself. He is at 297 yards, knocking on the doorstep of a 300-yard rushing performance here. He cuts back. He's over 300 yards easily. 304 yards, new Super Bowl record. Let's go ahead and bump onto the outside here. He gets upended. This guy is gonna need a hospital bed after this game. Get this guy an IV, get this guy a new paycheck, pay the man, pay the man, pay the man. 312 yards rushing. I'm just gonna keep saying it. This guy is the best running back in the NFL, hands down. 5 or 6 yards on the carry. 31 seconds left in this game. Derrick Henry is just going to keep marching. Can he go into the touchdown? He does! Derrick Henry with probably 320 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the day. This guy, you couldn't stop him even if you wanted to. And there you have it. Justin Herbert, 55 yards passing in the Super Bowl, and we win 45-13. Are you kidding me? Derrick Henry, 36 carries for 328 yards, rushing, 2 touchdowns. Cordero Patterson, 4 total touchdowns on the day and over 100 yards rushing. My team absolutely exploded. Cleveland had no answers for this team. Let's go ahead and take one final look at the team before we cut today's video. So as you may be able to see, we were able to go ahead and escape with a Super Bowl victory in Season 1. Unbelievable that Kyle Pitts is a 90 overall superstar X Factor development. He was hidden dev at the beginning of this series. So glad that we didn't trade him away. Justin Herbert's up to a superstar dev. I'm a little surprised that DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson both aren't superstar X Factor yet. Justin Jefferson is a 94 overall, so he's probably right there on the cusp. Teron Armstead is up to a 97 overall superstar development. Lenny Johnson, Brooks, both were already superstar developments as well. Let's go ahead and flip over to the defensive side of the ball. We have literally the exact same situation as what we were at the beginning of the episode. Some players are playing up a little bit more, but for the most part, everyone retained their current starting development traits, so not a whole lot to be changed there. But our defense and our offense has been so electric this season. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. We have a 91 overall on offense, an 87 overall on defense, and an 89 overall on the year. Let's go ahead and flip over to some of the awards of the season really quick before we cut today's video. So looking over here at the MVP race, we had absolutely no one in contention for the MVP race. Not a single Falcon is present on this list. What in the world? We have finishing first overall, however, in the coaches poll of Coach of the Year, we have our coach winning the Coach of the Year. So not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and flip over to the NFC and see if we have Offensive Player of the Year anything. We have Justin Herbert finishing 7th in that category. Derrick Henry's not even on the list. Defensive Player of the Year. Again, it looks like we're kind of being punched in the throat. Best quarterback is going to be Justin Herbert at 6. Best running back, you have Derrick Henry finishing 5th. Best wide receiver, Justin Jefferson finishing 5th. And I'm not even going to go into some of the other ones. So looking at the team stats, Justin Herbert, just under 5,000 yards, finishing 4th in the NFL for passing. Derrick Henry, just shy of 1,500 yards, 10th in the NFL, 18 rushing touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, just under 1,400 yards and 2nd in the NFL in receptions. 3rd overall in offensive touchdown or offensive on the year, and then we have 5,584 defensive yards. We had 529 points scored on the season. Our team was absolutely electric this season. But that's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you like today's content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton on the channel, and I really appreciate all the views, follows, whatever you might have. But I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!